right, and welcome back, everyone, to the Revenge of Stef on Kracus Season 2. Whoop whoop. And then we were just on just a hiatus for just me to just catch up on some map making, making just some story changes and stuff, and then that basically that that it was a good playing Miro's game of Ticket to Hide. That was a pretty good game. If that you can go and then check out those VODs. But without further ado, I will let the players introduce themselves before we get started.
Who's going first? Oh no.
You volunteered.
Oh shit. Oh no. Yeah, I'm Zeta. And I also go by the underscore Grapeflower on Twitch and on Twitter, and I am playing Setaj, a pyromancer with some miracles. I don't just play Dark Souls. I don't know what you're talking about. I play a druid. Anyway, that's me.
I'm Nate. I'm playing Ari, the Changeling Bard, the lore bard.
This is Miro or Hewitt. I am playing Hoggpaw, the arcane cleric Tabaxi.
This is Emily, aka Frey. I am playing TumTums Pebblepincher, the penguin Kokra fighter.
With that out of the way, I will get into a very, very brief intro intro just to get everyone caught up on the story. So I will just hit the high points, the very, very rough high points. Our adventure started with just it had used to be three adventurers. Now that the motley crew has grown a bit, it was basically Hogpaw, that their friend Ronnie and Benicia all went to the town of Trirane, because that they have received a golden ticket of some sort to go into the Bardic Festival. However, all three of them had noticed that they had the same that the now that the same dragon-like birthmark on their left hand. And the world famous bard Vivian Schelling had lost her violin. After just some shenanigery and such, then that they were able to retrieve the violin, but then that they were basically informed that after just after a show that to which then that they were required to go to Otowekin by the Prime Minister Edric, so that way that they can basically retrieve said tapestry that basically foretells a prophecy of just that the heroes that who have this dragon mark on their left hand to be aided by the silver arrows, who are basically the best way I can describe them as medieval realm savers, for the lack of better terms.
They are the who's that from Skyrim?
That
The Dragonborn, you mean?
No, the Secret Society. The Blades.
That the blades.
The Blades? The
The
vampires?
Blades. No, the dragons killers, and they guard the Emperor.
That would be the blades, and then that'd be from Oblivion.
And no, it's in Skyrim too.
True, yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
All right.
Your mom's a Skyrim.
Don't talk about Patty that way.
I used to be an adventurer like you, until I took an arrow to the knee.
Okay.
But more or less that that our motley crew decided then that they had actually met just one silver arrow after that job was done, that they had met Pigeon. But then that they traveled back to Trirane, to where then that they had met their proprietor of their guild house, but Benevolent Serpentwind. However, that Ronnie had died along the way of food poisoning, and just because of overeating, and basically Benicia had got all sick. So it was basically Hogpaw and TumTums to basically do interviews to recruit somebody. Then they had recruited Ari, which in fact eventually then they had got up to Fizzle, and then that the motley crew just started going off on adventurers, casting shatter on people's privates, putting people in barrels, getting that they are getting drunk off of carrot vodka, just the works. But But as we return back to Trirane, all hell breaks loose. That's basically a planned execution of Raynor Dome goes south. Well, it tries to go south until that the quick thinking of Ari basically had bided the newly named Elderberry Dragon Company some time to basically eventually destroy, well, eradicate them. And Hoggpaw had gave Fowler Death a big chewing out, probably much deserved on his part. And we were picking off at that around at the night of which that you all were celebrating the victory. So let's see, what was that? I gotta scroll down right quick. Okay. Okay, then that basically, so it is now morning, and in that you all just hear basically the paperboy is just like, extra, read all about it. Shattershaft Ari's done it again. Raynor Dome is dead. His voice is like crackling. You can tell it's a pre-Bessenet teen.
Ari got to him.
Shattershaft Ari.
What?
Is that the nickname you picked for yourself, or did they just?
I'll take it. It's cool. It's a pretty good warning. When things started going south, I cast the spell Shatter on some guy's dick. So
Nice. I'm assuming I'm not with them. I'm not.
I was unfortunately in range of
that
this
you
stick
are
shatter.
that you are basically up in your character, Chris is up in a line, and then you hear this paper boy just going off like 2 gold for the paper for the Trirane Times.
It's expensive ass paper.
I cast no, I go up and buy it. I go up to the little I go to the kid and it's like, hey kid, you said 2 gold for the paper?
Yes, it's 2 gold.
Is that like a novel you're selling? That seems pretty up there.
It also has advertisements and stuff, but then it's one of those newfangled magic papers that where then it has.
Oh, so like it just changes every day then.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. I'm willing to try that out. That sounds interesting. And I go into my little pack. By the way, my character, or do we need to explain how characters look, or should I just wait?
Just wait a little bit.
Okay.
So basically cutting back to the Elderberry Dragon Company, but Benevolence is just like, good morrow, everyone. I hope that that you all are rested well.
I need coffee. Like, where's the coffee?
I'm not almost dead anymore, so that's a plus.
That's good, but I'm afraid I have some terrible news to pass. Benicia, she had to be transported secretly to Uno Nebula. She was suffering, just her wounds were just too grave, and then I just wanted her to basically get some of the best help treated. So that her body is in Odin in a Uno Nebula, that she is on the life support that the monks have provided, that she is in good hands, now I hope she does make a strong recovery.
That sucks.
Wait, I thought she had a sleeping sickness. How she got additional wounds?
That it's just basically that whenever that I just went to go check on her, that the wounds just on just her side just opened up, and then I was just like, oh no, that this is way beyond me.
Damn, Damn, I thought you just had some type of sleep paralysis. There's no coffee anywhere in here.
Yes, and then
You're
that,
empathetic
yes,
there,
and
Hoggpaw.
that Serena and Mako are just like, yes, sir. And then then that Serena fixes you decaf coffee. Like here you go, Hoggpaw.
Hoggpaw is literally gonna pour it out in a plant and look at TumTums. Well, I'm sorry, TumTum. Did you say something?
Yeah, never mind. I forget. Do we roll for HP or do we do max?
Oh, were we
That
supposed to level up?
Yeah, we're level 5
that
now.
are y'all level 5? Because
So-
everyone should be level 5.
Ari is going to be sitting in the corner, quietly
I didn't-
playing his guitar while he
Levels up.
levels up. It's going to sing the level up song.
There's just a holographic menu, menu in front of him as he's going through what he can click on for
And
level up.
benevolence is just like that. You all got mail. I mean that even though that I had paid for the
Yeah.
subscription of just at the Triranian Times, and then you just see that your mail slots are just basically organized the way that y'all have it. Apparently, Ari has letters that are overflowing like crazy. Oh yes,
DM.
and then that we will be having job interviews today because that God that those reporters work fast. That I was basically interviewed last night, and we might need to beef up security a little bit.
Spence, I didn't actually hear your answer to my question
Oh, that what was your question?
about the HP.
Oh, that you roll for HP, or else take the average.
Cool.
Hoggpaw is going to
yes.
make coffee when he eventually finds it, but he is.
Oh, that Mako just hands you that the actual coffee that that this is the real coffee. I have been talking to Serena about that. Do not serve people decaf. Nobody drinks that shite.
Why do we even have it? As Hoggpaw just slowly drinks the coffee.
Because that she drinks it, and then you just look at Serena as she just drinks it.
You are a heathen, and you do not bathe in the light of Arathis. I'm walking away now. And Hoggpaw's just going to walk away dejected and drinking the coffee and sit at a table.
That's pretty funny since Hoggpaw won't touch coffee in real life.
And then that is a knock on the door.
I answer the door.
It is too early for this.
All right, and as soon as you answer the door, Ari, that you see, could you describe your character, Chris?
Oh, I'm just there. Okay. So you see a tiefling, female tiefling that is, her skin is kind of like very dark brownish red that seems to go lighter in certain areas, like the tip of her ears, on her horns. Horns go spiral up and they start to curve and then they kind of curve upward. Kind of hard to describe. Has like patchwork leather armor with a large gray cloak over her. You see there's a staff that she has that looks like a gnarled and burnt branch. And on the staff is like a little sunstone just sitting there in the branches. And on her back, you do see a shield that looks like kind of like a gnarled wooden shield that's burnt, kind of like how Thorn Oaken shield has like that literal wood shield.
You mean the log with metal spikes?
Yeah. Minus the metal spikes, but also burnt. Also, this character smells like smoked pecan wood as she walks in.
I guess just come in then, ma'am.
Yeah, I was looking for a place. Is this an inn tavern sort of deal?
Yes.
Does it look like an inn?
All right, you always let people who smell good like that in.
Okay, and I'm gonna go write my new song. Remember to level up, you get.
Oh, is that the one with the verse about how you get Bardic Inspiration D8 and Font of Inspiration? plus
Sure.
level 3 spells. I'm looking at the bard class. I'm sorry.
Zeta,
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Zeta over here bringing the snark.
That this is gonna
Anyway,
be-
yes, I just came here to, I got this magic paper. Newfangled technology these days. Kind of weird. Like decaf coffee. Do they have decaf coffee here?
No.
Yes. That would you like one?
Yeah, sure. Like I wasn't like regular coffee makes me too jittery, but I do like a little bit of decaf coffee with a little bit of cream, some sugar. That'd be good.
And can the rest of the party give me a perception check while that Seja is getting the coffee? Damn, with the
20.
net 20 already.
Nat 20, 26.
I don't see shit.
Actually, TumTums notice it, but Hoggpaw, that you immediately just see that, like, quick question: does Seja have her hands kind of like wrapped up or bandaged or anything like that?
Yeah, Setaj has
Setaj,
wraps. She has wraps, but like you can see her arms.
Okay then. That despite the fact that the wraps are super tight, you can kind of see like a glowing mark, Hoggpaw, that it just seeping through that the left hand as that Setaj basically gets the coffee. And then you kind of recognize that same glow as that the glow that whenever that y'all did your team power up.
All right. Hogpaw's just going to take a long sip of coffee and put the cup down and hold up his left paw. And it has that fur pattern of the dragon mark. I'm going to ask this, and please be honest. Does this look familiar to you from your own person?
Excuse me, 1 second. I'm really into this paper. It's actually worth the 2 gold.
Look on page 5. There's a pretty good little comic there about a family being in a circle and all that type of stuff.
The Elderberry Dragon Company. That seems interesting. New startup guild endorsed by our beloved benevolent serpent women, consisting. And I just sit there and read it. I don't read out your names. Well, do you know where this guild is? This seems interesting.
You're currently
I've done a
there.
little.
Also, please look at the back of my hand that I'm holding up for you right now. It is very early for me.
Yeah, I got something like that, and I take away the wraps and show it.
Oh my, that it is another one of you. But Benevolent speaks up as that she's sipping on her tea, like, oh, well, do I need to call Fabio? Or else are we going to do the interview here?
You know what? Call Fabio. That'll just make today fantastic. He built a whole damn tower the other day.
All right.
This sounds kind of weird. Calling a man named Fabio down here. Don't know how I feel about that.
Well, Ari is the more poetic of all of us with language, but he's currently still doing the level up song. So I will inform you. This mark means that you have been chosen by something important for great doings in the universe, and you may or may not be stuck with this for an extended period. Like the only one I think we've really lost is Ronnie, but yeah.
What happened to Ronnie?
Food poisoning.
That's anticlimactic.
Food poisoning, and then eating so much cheese and turkey combined that he caused his lower GI tract to turn into a stone.
That is actually false. It was actually poison. And you got to watch your food around here. No names or anything, but I point at Hoggpaw. He gets a little loose with the,
All right, why do you do these things?
To be fair, that the autopsy.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Go ahead, do an insight check.
Hoggpaw's gonna have to fucking get Zone of Truth because of Ari.
23.
Oh, damn.
You believe every word that Ari is saying.
I'm like, I think I'll just read my paper and drink my coffee.
Right. So basically, that benevolence speaks up and just like, oh yeah, that I was actually the one that was actually reading the autopsy report about Ronnie. It appears that he died eating this weird concoction of basically two fried chicken patties, milk mixed in with like pig's fat and goat cheese, but it didn't have any breading on it. That they was calling it that the under duplicate, or else that the duplicate under, something like that.
That sounds extremely unhealthy. Did he ever have a vegetable in his life?
Yeah,
Or
he ate a turnip raw right out the ground in front of all of us one time.
I mean, I guess that's one. Poor guy.
But yes, of course. And then that I had heard. Wait a minute. That you are a druid, correct?
That's what they say.
I have heard up in my old time adventurings that there has been that there were some druids that who had lived in the swamps of Uno Nebula, and then that they were practicing with fire. Know them by any chance?
Is there any fire in this place?
It's just like a fireplace that's basically like unlit, un, un, unlit, and then there's just a few scones that haven't been lit up because obviously it is daylight and you can see inside of the area.
Okay, I cast create bonfire in the safest spot, which is the fireplace.
That you all just watch as just like Setaj basically just creates this fire just instantly in the fireplace, and just like, oh well, it was getting rather drafty in here.
Oh, watch this. And I just move my fingers and I use produce flames to manipulate the flames, and they go all different shapes and colors. Woo! It's a fun trick. I like doing this. I just sit there for a second.
What is the party's reaction to all of this?
Hoggpaw is just going to be finishing off the first of what's probably going to be 2 to 3 cups of coffee, and just message Setaj in the sentence like, "That's pretty neat right there."
It came in handy too. We helped a small village with a forest fire at one point. Really neat trick to have. Yeah, a lot of people take fire as like some sort of destructive force, but you need it for a lot of things.
Well, fire does cook your food and heat the coffee.
You can't make beer without fire.
Oh, speaking of beer, that Master Hoggpaw, you said something about wanting to make a brewery here for a little bit of money.
Yeah, thought that maybe a small microbrew tavern might be something here. I mean, we're not as close to that Bard College as probably would be useful for this, but we make a bunch of small batches that are seasonal, and
Sounds pretty pretentious to me.
I mean that.
All right, are you done leveling up yet?
Oh, I've been done leveling up.
I mean that. What about TumTums? I mean, Sir TumTums. What does he have to say about all of this?
I don't know. Last time we dealt with another magic person, they were using spells that they weren't supposed to be using, and then they tried to, kill someone we knew, and they were kind of definitely working for the bad guy.
And Setaj, that you actually know a bit of this intel because of the handout I have provided you with that you have also had a few run-in with some of the Stefan Kracus's reapings that you have been dispatching with just some of the help of just your druid friends and other villagers and stuff. But this seemed a little bit too urgent because that during just this last escapade that you basically stopped this orc from basically, that it was kind of like that he wanted a message delivered pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going through all the stuff. Sorry, my brain farted for a minute. I'm going through the handouts right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this symbol that I've had, like, I'm assuming out of character, I've had, like, I think with Benicia it was always there.
It was always there, but it was kind of like always that you can easily have it. It was just so slightly, but it wasn't obstructing anything, and then that people just thought it was just a cool birthmark or something. No one really questioned you about it.
Okay, so you're saying that this birthmark is like, okay, it's like I'm destined to hang out with you who poisoned somebody apparently, or didn't. I don't know. The guy over there was pretty convincing, but
Ari likes to give me shit. Pretty much.
I don't have a clever retort right now, but I'm coming for you.
Gross.
I'll throw. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna stop. I just hang out.
And then, so then do we want to contact Fabio, or else do we want to interview first for the additional guard positions? And by then, that the party would have received their copies of basically the Tri-Reign Times that is also in your handout.
Let's see. Would you make it just visible to everybody real quick on the screen, DM?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That way I don't have to change out our role.
Okay. Let's see, where is it? Journal. Okay. Show to the players. All right. I hit show the players. Is it showing up?
It is. Nice job.
Oh, thank you.
yeah, it's really nice.
So yeah, so then this is the Tri-Reign Times 2 gold. And pretty much that's pretty much what it is. All right, and then I'm gonna take it down now. So anyway, Master Hoggpaw, do we want Fabio to basically give Setaj her new room?
Yeah.
Or do we want to conduct interviews?
Let's get the room built. Also, we should really contact this newspaper. I'm not a leader.
Oh, that the Tri-Rainian Times, that they are so funny with just their words, and then
It's in the media now. It's the truth.
You're the
You
leader.
know, the media.
Don't poison anyone.
Oh yes.
Wait till they find out about all your scandals. That'll be okay.
Oh yes. Before we get any further, that we get everyone besides Setaj to just explore, to just like describe their characters again, just in case if we got new listeners this time around.
Go ahead, Ari.
Well, Ari in reality looks like a, like featureless, close to like, if you ever seen Deep Space Nine, that guy, but just eyes, no mouth, anything like that. The security guy, I can't remember his name. And
Odo.
Odo, thank you.
Odo.
And but right now he looks like a I guess a high elf, a sun elf, depending on the setting. He just looks like a standard elf.
Both exist in this world.
Yeah. And he's got a bunch of different musical instruments. He has a lute, a hurdy-gurdy, and he has a violin. He has a disguise kit for some reason, even though he can change his appearance at will. And he's just here for the ride and to make Hoggpaw's life as complicated as possible.
Hoggpaw is a round average height tabaxi, so around like 6'3", 6'4". Big, fluffy Maine Coon type appearance to him. Very grumpy looking eyebrows, even though he's not
Fair.
that grumpy. What'd you say?
Okay. I did. You went mute for a second.
Did I? For everybody else?
Not
For me.
Okay. It was just me. Sorry, bud.
Right now he's wearing a kind of like his pajamas still. He's not gotten fully dressed yet. And his regular mail and all that with his holy symbol for Arathis. He is literally walking around in what looks like a big green bathrobe, drinking coffee.
Stylish.
You're not going to do interviews in that, are you?
I'm going to go get dressed. I just needed coffee.
I figured he was gonna. TumTums is a Aarakocra who's penguin, and the token's more black and raveny looking, but it's supposed to be more like a gray, little fluffy, 4-foot tall penguin in chainmail who has a morning star and a very large axe. And I am a fighter.
Setaj, that this is the most adorable looking penguin you have ever seen.
Definitely have your flippers. You don't know how I hold the weapon with the flippers, but it works.
I'm like, that's adorable. And I tap
your
shoulder and give you guidance.
Cool.
Oh. So anyway, then that benevolence is just like, alrighty then, I would suggest Hoggpaw, you go get changed because you know how Fabio is sometimes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden that she just basically just does this that she just basically put her 2 forefingers on her forehead. Then that's just basically the idea of a message. And then you just see just like this. You just see this high elf just coming up in like all pink kabuki makeup. The whole works. It's just like, oh, hello. I am Fabio Glittershine. And oh my. Oh, that I didn't know we had a little bit of an edgy person here in my presence.
What?
Oh, sorry. Then that is just a complete contrast to my decorum of just lavish pink. That the name is Fabio, and then that I am this establishment's let's just say contractor. Right, benevolence, but benevolence just visibly rolls her eyes and like, I know I owe you, Fabio, but we have another member, so then that they would like a room. Oh, what? Who am I building the room for then?
I guess me. This is going pretty fast, but yeah, I'll take a room. That's what I came originally for.
And then that darling, what is your name?
They call me Setaj.
Oh, Setaj, that's foreign. Well, anyway, I must ask that do you want to be on the bottom floor, your own tower, or where, or what, or else just like what style of room would you like?
Anything with good access to the outside.
Oh, okay. So that you want to be right by the kitchen. Can we have that extended out?
I mean, do y'all have a garden anywhere? I mean, despite the aesthetics, I do like, nature and growing things. I tend to grow things.
But benevolent speaks up and it's just like that we have a smallish garden that I have tried to deal with, but I kind of would need some assistance. And then and then it just switches back to Fabio and just like, oh, very well then, Brutus, Otis, and he just claps, and then you just see just these big, bowed up human, just like that they look like strong men up in just like leather gherkins that are like speedos, and then that their bodies are just glistening, as in that they are just holding just timber, just like lumber and tools, and then that they're just like, whoop, boss wants something built. we're going to build it. And then that they just get to work right away.
Oh man, I hope they have good wages.
Oh, that they get paid very, very well. Well, then that your room should be done in about the next 30 minutes. Benevolence, that I will put it on your tab. Goodbye. So
That's-
Fabio leaves. So what is the party doing right now?
After Hoggpaw gets dressed, he's gonna walk out. Yeah, are they almost done already?
Yeah,
Yep.
apparently. I don't. Yeah, I hope y'all are paying them pretty good to work that enthusiastically.
I think that I think that our Miss Serpent Wind pays, but I'm just wondering how they do it and keep it all up to code.
Yeah, it must take a lot. I don't know what the code is, but I'm sure it's pretty rigorous.
I mean, from just my own research and basically helping found the code a little bit, it is a more magical version of just that the standard building code. We have strict regulations, and then that all parts must be pre-inspected and then pre-inspected and made sure that and then that they can stand up to a Tarask attack. Rest assured.
Is that actually an issue?
It was a issue whenever I was a mere 50 years old.
Interesting.
I'm in my 20s. I'm assuming 50 is young for some people, but that
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that I was just a young-minded adventurer that I was more just spry with just my sorcery. Oh wait, I that there. Oh wait, that there. Oh wait, that there I go rambling on again. That you do not need to know about how venomous I used to be. But anyway, then that Master Hoggpaw and Master TumTums and Master Ari, and then now Mistress Setaj, that what are we looking for? That we have a lot of strength muscle, if you know what I mean. And then that Setaj, that you just see just like that the guards, and then that you just see this one human boy with just a bow that is just sharpening just basically the arrow tips. And he just waves.
Okay, is this the interview? You interviewing me? Like, what do I bring to the team? Is what you're asking?
you kind of already did that by doing what you did with the fireplace, and since you got the glowy mark on your hand, I don't really think there's an interview. But Ari might
we've been looking
disagree.
for other. Can I examine the mark on your and compare it to my own?
Yeah, I looked up. Like, I've taken off the wraps at this point.
I'm gonna. Is it okay? I'm gonna do an Arcana check. Is it okay,
Mhm.
DM? Okay.
Yeah, do arcane check. That's good enough. I mean that
I'm just.
you base. Sorry.
I was saying I'm just trying to compare it to mine, make sure it's authentic, and I know we don't quite understand what it is yet, but
Right. That for that, the most part, it is pretty much a 1-to-1, 100% match.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn around, and then I'm going to grow like a dwarf beard, but I'm still going to be an elf, and I'm just going to sit down, but I'm not going to acknowledge the beard.
Huh.
Okay.
Anyway, that's Arcus. Bo's around here somewhere, and if you see this big dude that's throwing Daystalker, those are our guards. Also, be careful in the kitchen. We got Shreknock or Shrekky. He's the dish lizard, so don't freak out if there's a big old lizard man. And then the one you really need to watch out for is Serena. That one is an issue.
I'm from the swamp, so I'm used to lizard folk. They're not bad people.
Oh no, they're not. This one did try to murder us, but no, it works for us.
And then it is basically Shrek Knox is just like that that my teddy bear Mango have been helping me keep the dishes clean, and then I really appreciate you keeping me in. And then
I forgot we hired him.
Have that my mommy received my letters.
Benevolence, did we
Yes.
mail any letters?
I say yes, she has.
Okay, thank you.
Insight check.
Okay.
Hoggpaw is sitting there like Hoggpaw the whole time's like, has he actually been writing letters?
Okay.
That wow, again that that you are just like you believe Ari, and then that
Ari's the only one that seems forthcoming right now, ironically.
That's right. I've had this beard the whole time.
Oh God, this character dynamic. But anyway, then go on with just a scene.
But watch out for
All right. What's our boss Hoggpaw? Boss Hog. What's our money budget look like?
Gods no, let's not do this, please.
Is that your nickname? Should I be called?
Yes, it is.
No.
Everybody calls him Boss Hog. Big old hog boy.
Ari, I will not.
No, nobody calls him that.
Revivify you.
The big hog man? The one who hogs?
Oh.
Am I doing this right?
No, you're not.
You absolutely are.
And then it is just like a full breakfast spread of just general breakfast stuff.
But
Okay.
To answer your question, Ari, right now we do seem to be sitting on a decent amount of money. Benevolence knows everything about what we're actually bringing in, running this place as a restaurant, as long as Mako keeps cooking well.
Okay, so we have our side business as a restaurant.
I think the side business is currently what's paying for all of our guards.
Well, then maybe what we should do. Can we bring the cook in here?
What'd you say, Emily?
I said Hewitt always has to make a side hustle.
Which one do you want?
So is this a restaurant too? Do you have beer?
That's why we were going to do the micro brew was my idea, but apparently that's pretentious, so we can just get.
We can do the micro brew, Boss Hog's Big Brew.
Well,
there we go.
I think that is a wonderful idea. Oh yes, and then by the way, that the payments have came in for the magical items that you all had left with me. That Master Hoggpaw, I had to do some tweaking to your staff of just inflict wounds, so that way that all I did just make it glow purple, and then that they ate it up.
That's good. Just whatever we made off of it, set that to the side to pay all the employees.
Okay, then.
You seem like a good boss hog. I like that decision.
97. Okay. So from that the staff of inflict wounds, wow. I had that somebody had bought it from me for just a mere 597 gold. If you ask me,
we don't play our employees that well.
It was literally just a stick. I gave my.
It's a stick that causes pain.
Every stick can cause pain.
All right, this one causes pain plus extra pain.
So you can add that to the party funds.
Okay, I'll add that to the party funds.
597. Was it anything else?
Well, I was just seeing what we could do to maybe bring in, since the restaurant's what brings in the income, maybe we could start an organic farm if we're going all out here, guys. How do y'all feel about that?
I am for it.
Just a farm, a garden, and a brewery just in the middle of the city next to the prison.
No,
Well, I mean,
no.
you need hops if you're gonna make beer.
We're gonna outsource everything. Not outsource. We'll actually go buy it if we're able
We'll do
to
farm.
go get some land.
Do some farm fresh, locally grown.
We have a druid. The druid's gonna need a manor house to have nature. So let's just see what we can do.
Well, Setaj, you
How
said
does the
you
party
can,
feel? Y'all want to vote on it?
Setaj, you said you can grow hops.
I mean, I do enjoy like it's kind of my thing. Like I like, yeah.
Well, look, right there. Let's start small and then expand and buy local.
So,
Okay.
Ari, that I had asked that which one of the cooks that did you want coming out, Serena or
Just
Mako?
a head. Mako's a head cook, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk to him about. All I really want to know is how can we make the restaurant better? What does he need to support the restaurant end?
Well, it is.
So he can just focus on cooking.
And then she just comes out and she's just like, "Hey, Ari, what's up?"
Well, I was just wondering. They say the restaurant's doing well. What can we do to make it even better? What resources do
Yeah.
you need?
Let me hold up. Why did I just go all southern? Now let me see. That I was out with Serena, and then as she was picking up some of these elderberries a bit, and then we had actually collected a whole bunch. Actually, whenever then that you guys were in Doulas, whenever that you guys were out traveling, and then that we had got at least about a barrel and a half full.
Okay, so you need a steady supply of elderberries.
This would be good until that that y'all come back for like another rest or so. But then this should be a good brew batch if that you were planning on basically making it like a craft beer.
Okay, we can do that, but I was just trying to make sure, like, if there's no like exotic
I mean
culinary things you need.
that the only thing that I do require is a bit of a what is that thing called? It's called a flump, I think.
A flump?
I just need some flump gel. I just need a
Oh
little
no.
bit of a flump, and then that's gonna be just a special glaze sauce that I can compete with this with just this barbecue place up in just like Uno Nebula proper. I think that they call it like Smokey's Palace or something. I don't know.
Where do
Okay,
we-
so there's two things we could do here. We can go get flump, or we can go burn down Smokey's Palace. Boss Hog, what you want to do?
Where do we find a flump?
Let's just get the flump jelly.
Okay, I wasn't serious about burning anything down this time.
It's really hard to tell with that poker face.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, you like tell the truth 90% of the time. So whenever you say something, I'm assuming you actually want to go do it.
Well, we'll have to try it out. You want to go eat at Smokey's Palace and see what we're up against?
Just say Snooky or Smokey's Palace.
Smokies.
Okay.
We can, you know what? We can eat there just to see. But to be fair, as far as they are from us, I really don't think that they're active competition.
Okay. Well, let's get the flump. See what we got to do for that. Where would we need to go? I'm talking to the cook.
That it's all the way up in Uno Nebula by the swamp. That's Setaj. Give me an investigation check.
Setaj stepped away.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay then. Oh, perfect timing. Can you give me a investigation check? Right quick. I want to see that if that you have this. Oh, never mind. That you do not have flump gel on you, being the druid, because that you will know that flump gel is very flammable.
The first thing about fire safety is don't wear any flammable clothing.
all clothing I thought was flammable.
But
There's only one way to test if something's
Master
flammable.
Ari. Oh,
I
why am I
cast
making her sound so
fireball. No, I don't have fireball.
Oh, God. But anyway, so it's basically Mako just says like, "Hey, yo, Ari, it's just that I think that the monks in Odin might have something to do with flumps and stuff, and then that it's just somewhere up in the swamp, up in the Uno Nebula. You just got to check that out. Hey, Serena, do you think that we can get some soon? Like, and then you just hear like pots and pans crash. Like, I swear, between her and Shrek Knox, I would just rather have you, Soggy the cat, help me out.
Look, we'll try to get you that flump jelly. Okay, we got to go back up near Dulasol anyway.
Let's do it.
It's not too far out the way, I don't think.
Right. And then that benevolence is just like, well, then that who wants to be on the interview panel? I guess that you never answered my question. What else that do we need for a guard?
Can I be on the interview panel?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? I mean, that the more the merrier. And plus, then that these guys are basically celebrities at this point. I mean, that that you have had run-ins with Silver Arrows. You have basically, excuse my French, you have basically served the Falor Death his ball sack. Oh my, that was a dirty word. I do apologize.
That's harsh.
Oh no, we advised him like 5, 6 times, don't do this. And then he tried to turn and be like, "Oh, I had to keep the prime minister safe." Well, his dumbass could have done that if we hadn't done a public execution. By the way, public executions are dumb.
Yeah, they're kind of gross if you think about it.
Hey kids, we're
They're
bored.
only
Let's go watch a man
gross
get
if you
killed.
don't do it correctly.
Well,
There's only one proper way.
Morally kind of gross if you think about it. Like, do you really like? Is it really pretty cool to watch someone die? Like, it's not that.
Well, if you want to make sure they're dead, yeah.
Well, interesting.
To
Somebody
be fair,
was knocking on the door.
Have you ever had to kill anybody?
Like in the game, somebody's knocking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm gonna go look out the window and see who it is.
You just see just like a buff-looking penguin Aarakocra.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door, but as I step behind the door, I'm gonna turn into a Goliath.
All right.
Just because why not? And I'm just gonna stand by the door looking tough.
All right. And then he's just like, "Well, hello, good sir. Hello. That the name is Sergeant.
Hello.
That the name is Sergeant. Oh, hello, Goliath. Real good handshake right there." And then he squeezes your hand.
I squeeze back.
Give me a strength check.
Okay. It's gonna be awesome here.
Oh, nice.
Getting the good rolls. Oh no, if we have combat, you're gonna suck.
That it's on par, and then he's just like, well met, sir, well met. And then he starts squeezing a little bit tighter. Somehow a flipper beats a hand grip.
That's like weird. It's just like wrapping around just the flipper. It's just like.
And then he's just like, wait, is that the mighty TumTums I see?
Yeah.
TumTums, that you actually know this person, that they had actually served with you in that on your missions.
Oh, hey, I know you.
Why, yes, of course, that the name is Joffrey, but then that you can just call me Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, what are you doing here?
Oh, that you gotten so strong that I had heard that y'all needed some help.
Oh, you're here for interviews.
Why, yes, of course, that that y'all had killed that Raynor Dome, and then I was just like, I want to see, and then I had read about you up in the paper, and then I was like, oh, that's TumTum, that's terrible with the Morning Star. Oh man,
Yep, but I also got this
you used to
now.
break kneecaps all the time.
Yep, but I got this now too, and I hold out the axe.
Oh, that you got an axe now.
I
Oh,
still got it to
mighty.
more, but this one passes just a little bit more punch than the spikes.
Oh yeah, do you remember at that time that you had basically hit me up, and then that I had basically used my glaive to basically stab that worm in the neck?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Oh god. Don't give me ideas, please. Don't give me ideas. But anyway,
Zeta and I are just being snarky about Adventure Zone.
Quit bullshit.
but anyway, then who is the proprietary person of this of this fine establishment?
I believe it's
That would be Boss Hog right here. I'll take him over to Boss
the
Hog.
Hog
Oh my
Man.
god, Ollie.
He isn't much of a hog, but he is a tabaxi.
Oh, you just wait.
Hoggpaw is just pointing directly at benevolence while this is all
Well,
going down.
Hog is not a reference. Boss Hog isn't a reference to what he is, but what he's packing.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
Oh my!
Wow.
Oh my! That was very.
That was unnecessary.
What an eclectic crew I ran into.
I mean that. Wow. So, what do you have to offer? And then I say that Master TumTums know you. Why, yes, of course. That TumTum know me very well. That we served together up in the war and battles. And then
Yep, he's cool.
Wait, I need to ask some questions.
Go ahead.
And don't take offense to this. And I cast friends.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. What is the save?
There is no save, but at the end of it, they do know I cast friends.
Oh.
It's a cantrip. It's a cantrip for my ability. It's like, how courageous are you? And I'm trying to coax out information.
Do you have a training dummy that I can show you?
Well, the Goliath right there behind you is the toughest member of our party.
Yeah,
happy to
yeah,
spar
let's
with
go.
you.
I jump in. I'm ready.
All right, and then he basically just like unsheaths this glaive. It basically looks kind of oriental. Oh, wait a minute. You can't say that. It looks Eastern made, but you can tell that this is no ordinary glaive. It starts to
cool.
You know what?
This is I pull out. Hold on. I draw my sword and I say, "To first blood," and then I cast invisibility and I'm gone.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, okay then.
Well, I mean, if you want to show your ability, I do have a little something. And I pull out a gilded flower and I hold it up to my staff.
Okay.
And you see what's up?
I was going to say Ari casts invisibility. I'm going to dispel that.
That's fine. What? I'm just sitting there as a halfling. Like, what's up, guys? What's going on? What's all the ruckus?
And benevolence is just like, I am used to this.
What are you guys doing?
Okay. Jeffrey, I got something for you. And I pull out the gilded petal. And I hold it and I mutter an incantation close to the sunstone. You see it go bright. And from the sunstone, you see like a little spiral of fire shoot out onto the floor. And a little fire tornado pops up. And you see a little fiery fae pop up.
Oh, then that's just adorable. Do you want me to strike it?
Well, yeah. Why don't you show them what you got? I don't know this phase name. What? Like, I need to ask the phase name is Trixie.
All right, Trixie. Just be careful. Hold up. Sorry. Wait. I meant to do this. So does that hit Trixie?
Oh yeah, that definitely hits Trixie.
So that he basically hits Trixie with just his ice glaive, pretty much. And then you see Frost just starts going over Trixie, and then he just like, I just don't want to hurt it. So he kind of like reels back, but that the hits still connect.
Okay.
I am not going to worry about the damage, by the way.
Trixie blinds him with magical darkness in his face. Oh yeah, that's why they call him Trixie.
Ugh. Well, then that's pretty fine and dandy.
But that's a nice hit. That was a good. I think this guy is a good hire.
Showed control
I
too.
just told you that.
Was
Well, I don't
was
know
he here to be
anyone.
hired, or was he here just to talk to TumTum? I thought he was just here to talk to TumTum, and then you just stepped out of line and attacked him for no reason.
Well,
Or no,
honestly,
wait.
I've only been here for like an hour or so. I mean,
Fair
I'm just trying to fill my role in the dynamic, since we all have like this fate together, you know. I'm just trying to vibe with the fate, you know.
Cool. I'm gonna leave everybody to their devices and just go get myself, and I'm gonna go get 5 beers from I assume somewhere's in the place and bring them back for everybody, and just stay silent and listen.
Okay.
Jeffrey knows that I've cast friends on him.
As soon as the spell ends, Jeffrey is just like, oh.
I had to get the truth. It's okay.
He just laughs and just basically takes Setaj over in for just the tightest hug ever. Just like, oh, that's the jolly good spirit. Druids always make the good kush. Right, TumTums?
Why does everyone think I smoke? I mean, I do, but still.
It isn't right that they assume it.
That's true. I pull out a pipe.
But anyway, then that thank you for allowing me to just try out my new that this new glaive in TumTums. You must remember, you need to learn to trip people more. It helps. So how does this work? Am I in, or else are y'all going to contact me? Because I just have a room at the Cheap Sorrow Tavern.
As far as I'm concerned, he's in.
I'm fine with it. There was some control and restraint shown within the actions that if said person was trying to do anything in the establishment, this one wouldn't kill them unless they needed it.
He was very nice to Trixie.
Ability reminder.
You said trip people.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Well, then I will bid y'all further ado, because then it seemed like it is a lot of not so great, just some no names want to try to make their names, and then that I would just kind of suggest that y'all get y'all an extra cleric here. Just saying, because then that not everyone can just spread their health all around.
Clerics are good.
I mean, I got some healing abilities.
I can heal too.
And then he just like walks out, and benevolence is like, so shall I add him to the books?
I think that's safe.
Wait, does everyone think that we just like hang out in nature and smoke weed?
I thought sometimes you drink mushroom tea. But, whatever.
I mean, we do that, but I mean.
Well, the mushroom tea is actually pretty good.
And like, contrary to my aesthetic, not all of my magic is burning things.
What else can you do?
Well, let's see. I'm looking through my spells. Okay. Are you allowing me to cast a spell?
Sure. I would just say that y'all are like outside, where then y'all are at the interview tables, and then there's just a training dummy that just looks like Stefan Kracus just set up in the backyard.
Okay. So, Ari, is that your name?
That's right.
Do you trust me?
I know, but let's just roll with it.
Okay, I cast Enlarge on Ari.
Yeah, I'm still a halfling too, so no wait. I'd have to be a dwarf. I can't be anything but a medium. So
Yeah, so you go up to a large size. You have advantage on. Let's see. Your weight is multiplied. Size 1 category.
Multiplied by 8.
Yeah, you get 1d4 damage on your attacks.
cool.
And you have advantage
I
on
give-
strength checks and saving throws.
I grapple Hoggpaw and give him a noogie.
Oh,
Hoggpaw's actually
Do
not
you resist?
Hoggpaw's not resisting. It's like there's just a purring noise. It's like I actually have absolutely no control over that noise.
I'm a little creeped out, so I walk away and I hold up a high five for Setaj.
Setaj, yes.
Setaj.
And let's see.
So basically, you're like me. You're more of a support, back of the line. Do you have any
Like
martial skills?
I do not usually get. I mean, I have some. Like I can, depending, but I don't usually like to get up front. More, I like to use my skills from. Like it looks like TumTums is like TumTums. Is that your name? Yes, the little one right there is seems way more capable of being in the front lines than I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty good
is
at that.
definitely handy in a fight. Go ahead. I'm sorry, TumTum.
I said I'm pretty good at that.
Now, having said that, I can do a. It's not really that helpful, but I mean, it's not helpful in a fight generally, unless I really need to. But I can do that, and then I shape change into a crocodile.
oh my! That is.
Yeah.
Wow. That's strange.
That is the coolest thing I have seen in a minute.
I mean, that benevolence is literally shocked, and then as she's saying, "Oh my," she coughs up a rock, just like, I really do need Gorgon blood. I hate this disease.
It's on the list.
You don't want to go
so,
get some Gorgon blood?
So I change back.
But anyway, that since that you all put me in on the loop of your other matters, I never really got to talk to you all minus Setaj about your experiences so far. So basically, while we have this sort of repulse, so to speak, what do you all think about, killing one of the generals of Stefan Kracus? Any kind of pushback you are fearing? Any kind of reprimanding?
Oh no, like I'm pretty sure he gonna be pissed and send somebody to deal with this, if for nothing else, the inconvenience of the whole thing.
I mean, it's definitely going to put a target on us. That's for sure.
Especially Ari.
Yeah, I figure the whole Shatter Shaft thing will come back to bite me in the butt.
That sounds like a name that you would give someone after like a very traumatic experience.
Ari blew up another man's genitals.
Oh, Shatterstaff over there.
It was terrible to see.
It sounds bad.
I mean, like, I stabbed him from behind with a magical floating spiritual staff and murdered him.
One at ground zero.
No, but we did I kind of got Fizzle blowed up.
I mean that just like judging from his rap sheet, he could have casted fireball on y'all and stuff, but you guys really lucked out.
Oh, that was Ari. Ari made him my friend.
Oh, Ari saying
very, very briefly, very briefly. We almost were able to complete the execution as scheduled, but you know.
Also, Mr. Fizzle held person on him. That was pretty clutch.
Of course, and that Mr. Fizzle Setaj, that he is a gnomish wizard, that he could not join us today because that he had to recuperate on his wounds before doing business trips again, but he will be back.
I think he was just reading books in his room and telling us that so we can leave him alone.
Pretty much. I mean, that we just let him go about his business. So, anyway, so we want to basically have a garden set up. Oh yes, and then that the builders have been gone. They've been left.
Oh, that's interesting. So, can I go through the garden and see what there is?
Yeah, sure. That up in the garden, it just looks like Benevolence had planted some tulips, some sunflowers. It is a little bit of green tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers.
Oh, you see, this is what I like. I'm not for like so much for like just the pretty flowers, but these bells and onions and tomatoes. Oh, this is good.
Why, thank you.
You never get the good tomatoes from the market. You always have to grow them yourself. Isn't it weird?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, that Mako always says that, it's always better to grow your own tomatoes.
But yeah, I'm just going to look around the garden for a minute and get completely enamored in the garden.
And then, so what are the rest of the party doing?
I'm going to speak to everybody while he's doing this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to ask, what are our plans going forward? Do we want to continue being a adventuring party, or do we want to span out? I think honestly we should be thinking about our defenses, because the man we killed was a pretty powerful lieutenant of a pretty powerful man. And I know I have the carefree attitude, but I'm a little worried.
I agree with you. Really, I would like us to get another magic individual here, maybe to prevent scrying on the place. And I think that it would behoove us to actually get another cleric other than myself. I mean, healthcare plan for our employees. But if you're asking us what we want to do, I've been taking notes. We got to go see Hugo and Dulasaw, that halfling for the lady that was very scary over at the boat dock. Also, we need to find Gorgon's blood for Benevolence, and now I've added in Flump Jelly.
But didn't Benevolence say she was gonna get another cleric?
Well, we probably need to interview them. There are different types of clerics. I mean, there's me who have a little bit of arcane. There's some that are really good at healing, and then there's a couple that are just plain crazy. I met this one grave cleric one time, tried to give me dead people tea.
Oh, that I had.
You never know when that comes in handy.
Oh no, I mean it was really good, but
it was rather earthy.
Yeah, I mean getting Darjeeling from a family, like I thought when you hear like Darjeeling, I know that's a tea. So then like getting that's fine, but then all of a sudden you hear like Wilburg, And you're like, oh, that's a different kind. No, it's because the tea was grown from the graves of the Wilburgs, and that was weird. But the guy was just very sardonic and really mellow and friendly about it. So I mean, it was really hard to say no.
Interesting.
Excellent.
Well, you know, the druids are just as diverse as most clerics. We just get our abilities, or we draw our divine inspiration from nature and the spirits that guide it.
I mean, and
I
just,
hit things.
I mean, that's a good point. But I'm just saying, like, I would prefer us not to pick up a death cleric to be the healthcare provider for our employees.
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm going to defer all cleric decisions to Boss Hog. I'll pick.
Oh, I didn't know you're a man of the cloth, huh? A hog of the cloth, as they say.
I do worship the Lady Arathis, the goddess of cities and magic. I'm still learning 100% what that means. But yeah.
Oh, aren't we all? You know, the Earth Mother kind of works.
Did y'all hear what I said? I don't know if it cut out.
It cut out a little bit at the end.
Oh no!
Did we lose him?
Join back.
I know everybody's different on the everything. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna get Ari back.
I'm the DM now.
Oh, we're back. We got Ari back.
We're back.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
you there?
Now I'm back. I don't know what happened. It kicked me out for a second.
I'm not the DM anymore. Damn.
You never. Oh yeah, you were thrown into the DM spot.
What were you saying, Nate? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just saying that maybe we could do a live music venue entertainment going on here every so often. Bring traveling bards in, let them make a little money, bring us in some money. People tend to spend their money more freely when they're entertained.
And when they're drunk.
I'm fine with that.
Y'all are just trying to make this place just like a venue, auction house, restaurant. It's just everything but the kitchen sink.
We're making Buc-ee's, Spencer. We're making Buc-ee's.
Oh God.
I mean, that it sounds like it.
But when you say the Earth Mother, are you talking about Melora?
No, Shantae or Shanti.
Oh,
the Earth Mother.
Okay. I'm sorry. Multiple nature.
There's a lot of nature gods. Some of them aren't actually that nice, but Shanti is all about agriculture and taking from the earth and giving back and all that.
That's good. I was just asking about Melora mostly because I know through recent readings that that my goddess and her have a thing.
Hello? Anybody home? Hello?
No?
That there is somebody just peering over the fence. That it is a hooded woman. Hello? Are y'all taking interviews?
Yeah.
That do I need to come in through the front?
I'm going to
or
open the
can I-
gate and let them in.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah, I'm going to
interviews
open the
back
gate to the outside.
now.
Oh, okay. That she as soon as she just like as soon as she takes off the hood, it's the most immaculate, beautiful woman you've ever seen. It is a humanoid, but she is heavenly looking. Like and then you just see like the passerbys in the street are doing the head turn, like, and then you hear somebody go like, damn, that's pretty. And then he just bumps into his friend, and then his wife, and then the wife just slaps him. Like, now you need to stop staying.
Yeah, that's what you get, sir.
Don't be a creep.
Oh, that you see that's why I have to wear the hood. That my
She's
name
too
is
pretty. She needs to wear the hood.
that my name is Aaliyah. My name is Aaliyah.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Aaliyah. What brings you here?
I love Queen of Hand.
That I have wanted to try out for just assisting the gods, that I could be a bit of a more helpful bit, that I know how to heal. I know how to heal people.
Well, you guys were just saying.
Yep. Which deity do you prescribe to?
I prescribe to oh, what was her name again? Shoot. Let me check my notes right quick. It'll be just a quick moment.
Okay.
An atheist, I see.
Meanwhile, that you all do banter while I get the note. That she is kind of stumbling and then she's very nervous. So, what are y'all inner thoughts about her right now?
Last time a pretty person in a hood showed up, it resulted in someone trying to kill somebody we were supposed that we like, and then a chase through a whole city that involved Hoggpaw slapping a donkey on an ass.
I almost got arrested.
And TumTums almost got arrested.
I mean,
I don't have contact with any of this.
Well, she did show up. I guess she's just looking. We did put out for interviews. You said you wanted a healer, so don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
That is true, Ari.
Hey, Setya, can you do see if somebody's wearing a magical disguise? Does your magic cover that?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you. I know I said the name wrong. What's the name?
Setaj.
Setaj. Can you see through magical disguises?
I can detect magic.
Would you do that? I don't know if that would show if someone's disguised magically or not. But
Okay. I spend a minute to cast detect magic.
Okay. Other than just that, her holy magic, that her form is just a normal humanoid. That you all can give me in an investigation check, or else a perception check to see what race she is.
I'm doing a perception.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
In that all basically get this right, that you recognize her as an Asamir.
So a god-blooded.
No, that's not a problem here, is it?
No. Why would it be a problem?
I don't know. Sometimes people think the Godblood are a little holy roly.
No. I mean, I don't think I've seen many around, so I just think it's interesting.
Going to just make up with one. I do apologize, stream, that I had it in my notes and then I forgot.
It's unforgivable. I cast fireball on the. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I've run the joke into the ground now.
Okay, then I can just make up something on the fly. Why, yes, of course. I am sorry for just that delay. That my speech impediment sometimes get in the way, but I basically worship the Lady of the Hunt. Now that her common name is the Huntress, I will get all of that information to you more as soon as I get my pack. I have basically left it at the Cheap Sorrow Tavern. that she is basically a nature and just life goddess.
And if you don't mind me asking, is that your lineage as well? I know, like the god-blooded are descendant of certain deities.
Actually, no, that my lineage comes from the Sun Father, Palor.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, I guess they want to see a demonstration of your abilities, but I think this person probably is capable for what you want. I apologize. I just got here myself, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just trying to vibe,
And
just trying to get the
do
groove.
do you want a healing demonstration or else do you want a combat demonstration?
Whichever one you prefer.
Well, we could do a combat demonstration and then have a healing demonstration afterwards. But I think we might get carried away. That might be a bad idea.
Actually, no, that's actually kind of practical.
Well, does anyone want to volunteer?
Our dwarf friend over here is a great warrior.
Oh, certainly. The dwarf? Who are you?
So
talking
I'm
about?
still a dwarf, but I
Oh, okay.
Oh, you were a
was
halfling.
talking about me.
You're a dwarf, but you're like a big dwarf. You're like about as tall as fucking. You're a dwarf. You have dwarf proportions, but you're as tall as
That's-
Hoggpaw. You just got out.
Alrighty then.
I
Then
think if Ari was a dwarf that got made into a large creature, it's like a dwarf bigger than a Goliath.
all right, and then as she just basically says that careful, and then as she just basically holds out her hand, and then just that this golden warhammer just appears in her hand as she's casting spiritual weapon, and then she's going to be like, I hope this doesn't hurt that much.
That means it's going to hurt a lot.
Is Ari still here? Or did we lose Ari?
No, I'm here.
Does
I'm
a
just
20
listening.
hit?
Yeah.
So that she actually basically does you kind of dirty a bit, that whenever that she is about to strike, that she actually like puts her foot behind your leg and basically like make you stumble a bit, and she smashes the area in between your elbow with just a spiritual hammer, like brutally, to the point it's literally shattered, broken. And she just like, oh, I must have went too tough. Let me fix that up. And then that she basically casts like greater restoration, and then that bone just magically is set in place as soon as she touches you.
Thanks, I guess. I'm gonna. Does she have like money on her? No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind.
You're going to try and steal from her?
Was that too harsh on just one of the interviewers? I do apologize.
That was
that-
fantastic. That was great.
I do come from.
I'm gonna walk around her where she can't see me, and I'm gonna shift back to my elf form. Am I still a giant elf though?
Yeah, you're still like a Goliath.
That you do have to excuse me. I do come from a lineage of basically petty thieves and then dirty fighters, but I chose to study the cloth. But yet that I cannot seem to shake that away from my human mother.
I studied the blade. I didn't study the blade. It just came into my head for some reason.
That you have studied nature. That is a good thing.
But if you change it around, like change one letter, you studied the blaze.
Studied the blaze, and I pull out my pipe.
Why do? Just to be fair, all druids do not smoke pot, or else.
Yeah,
that
I say the same thing, but you know.
But you are from Uno Nebula, right? That those furbolgs up in Mossy Boulder, they know how to get. Oh, that they just have hallucinations. I don't even think the gods can handle.
Yeah, usually I don't go that far. Like, you know, I like to be in control of my faculties usually.
Right. So, did I make a good show?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I mean, I think it was a apt display of both combat and support.
Right. And then that basically, then that the only thing that I just require is that can we just have a little shrine to just at the huntress by the garden? Because that she really loves nature.
I got no problem with that as long as you don't got a problem to the shrine I got over near my room.
Oh, Lady Arathis? That's fine. I mean that practically that you know that she is my aunt. So
The only shrine I need is these tomatoes, and I go and look at the tomatoes.
that the tomatoes are looking great and fantastic.
Does anyone like the smell of tomato plants? They're just wonderful.
Well, then
Don't think if I would smell the tomato plant like intentionally.
Well, then thank you all for considering me, and then that this has been a pleasurable experience. Oh yes, and then that. Oh yes, and then that. Uh, and then that you know that a bard had told me had told me that you all done great work. I think that her last name was Shelling. I don't listen to music that much. Well, I will be going now. And she just goes off.
I'll see you later. Well, every time someone gets a job, they just go off and leave.
They gotta get this stuff before they come back.
That's true. Not everyone can have a room built in 30 minutes like me.
No, and also,
Oh,
you know,
darling, everybody has a room built in 30 minutes by Fabio, and then you just hear just a magic mouth in the room through the wall.
Don't like that. That's
shit. You don't get used to that. Like, I put mine in a drawer under a book. It still tries to talk to me.
Gonna ward against that thing.
Oh no, they're in every room. Like, you gotta hide it. Like, one time I took mine out of the building, and when I came back, it was back in the building.
That's weird.
That's Fabio.
Well, anyway.
This the party wants to do now that have as a quick DM check. Everyone check their handouts right quick. I believe that I made one for Ari. Ari, just to metagame a little bit because I know that we are getting close to about time.
If you gave me one DM, would you just make it available so I don't change our roles on the?
Okay then. Okay then. Then that would probably be for next game for just you and TumTums because y'all still have about a session and a half worth of downtime.
All right, so Hoggpaw's gonna look. I feel like going by the magic shop to find anything to kind of secure the building is not a bad idea.
Oh, I wanted to get some new armor. I think I'm gonna look into some splint mail because I'm pretty tough, but I got hit too much.
Maybe the magic shop's got some.
You can see.
Sometimes magic shops have magic things that help. I don't know where I was going, but I'll go back to the tomatoes.
How
in the
much?
garden.
How much have you actually smoked in your pipe today already?
We don't talk about that anyway.
I will ask this one thing. Give me a heads up so I know to cast prestidigitation because that stuff gets stuck in my fur like crazy.
That's fair. I try not to do it inside. I know it's well,
No problem with it.
Pretty-
It's just like it takes forever, and if you smoke the bad stuff, I really don't like that smell.
Oh no, that's horrible. Why would I do that to myself?
I don't know, but so many people do, right?
True. I don't get it.
Arcus just comes up and be like, Mr. Hoggpaw, that was really cool that you aren't at the talk of the barracks. That I had just visited to just go see some old friends. And then that they say that Foul or Death has not came out of his office. None today.
The town is safer for it.
Is it?
Yeah,
I guess.
the dude's a dumbass.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately. Foolishness always does a town in.
What is everybody doing right now? So what does the party want to do, actually?
Hoggpaw wouldn't mind going with TumTums to try to find TumTums, find him some better armor.
Okay.
I am just. Ooh, oh god. Was someone trying to talk?
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay. I'm just here, so I will follow anybody if they want me to follow them. Otherwise, I'll be in the garden just tidying it up.
Okay. That would do something with that.
And what is Ari doing?
I guess I'll go shopping too. I'll tag along.
Alrighty then. So then let's do the shopping bit first. So that you all make your way to Taisha's shop, shopping in that she's just like, oh, my favorite customers again. How are you doing all today?
Hi, Taisha.
Oh yes, and then that that we have a brand new intern today. That that her name is that her name is Miranda. And Miranda looks like Professor Trelawney. Just like, how do you all do today?
Do you hit her with things too?
Oh no. That she's actually the bookkeeping one. That we still have Fester. He is the that he's actually no wait a minute. It's not Fester. It is his name is Loke Dog, and he's our new permanent hire. He said that he wanted to get paid in 3 million gold coin. Just strange. And then that you just see that this human that comes up in just these cornrows that or else braids that are basically tied up in like weird ways that like one of them has like a bow on it that the other and then that he has a comb in his hair and then that he's just wearing like baggy clothes with just that pacifier in his mouth and he's just like, what's up? What can I do for y'all for Miss Taisha? Or else just Miss Mott.
What was your name again?
My name is Loke Dog. I like to get paid, 3 million gold cat coin.
You're gonna take a minute for that.
Okay.
I mean that from just at the latest experiment that she just made me just drink this potion and then that she told me to run as fast as I could into a wall. And then I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that again.
You know what? I think you're perfect for this position.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm looking for armor. I currently have some chainmail, but I'm looking for something just a tiny bit sturdier.
Oh yes.
Maybe in this.
Here. We have split. We got plate. That we have also enchanted gear. What can I get for you, TumTum?
You have any enchanted spin mail?
What kind of effect do you want? Do you want it to stab people back? Do you want it to be a little bit stronger, or else that it can be a lot?
Uh, sorry. So you said stab people back?
That this is called the Thornmail brand. It is basically like that she just basically just puts on just like that a cloth of just of the same enchantment. Come on now, low dog, stab me with your best shot. And then just like, alrighty then, Miss Mott, but just be fair that you know that I am straight up gangster. And then he tries to stab her, but then that the armor like and then the armor like recalls and just stabs him back and just like, Miss Mo, that kind of hurt.
That's cool. What's the armor class on that though?
For that the splint, that it'll be a plus. It will actually be a +1. It will just be a little bit stronger than just your normal splint mail.
Splint
And
mail's
then
a
that you know that you just hear just might go like, you still hit like a bitch, low dog.
Oh damn.
Give me be 21 AC.
But yes, and then that it will take about the rest of the week to basically get it custom fitted for Aarakocras.
Mentioned another one that was tougher. Was that it?
Yes, then that is the one that is out of game. It's just essentially +2 armor.
Okay.
And then that is about, I would say about 2,700 gold.
How much is the stabby one?
That with that the stabbing enchantment, that'll be 1,750.
Hoggpaw, look over it. All right, are you okay with this expense? Mostly so we can keep our front line
I got like
fighter.
474 gold, but I don't have like 1,000 gold.
I mean, I'm fine with it, I guess. As long as we make up some more. We got to pay the staff. How much would that put us out?
That the staff, I would just say, with just at the new hires and stuff, I would say that I would just only just tax y'all about 50 gold.
Okay, so 50 gold to pay for all the staff. Got it.
Yes.
How much do we have in the party fund?
3117.
Okay, well, I could put in like 400, so I still have a little gold left.
I mean, I think this is an investment that is good for the whole party.
That's 1,000 and what?
50 gold. And then that you also get in a bonus color customization too.
So you said 1,050?
1,750 gold.
750. Okay, and I'll put in my 400. So
That's
we need 1,350 from the
1350.
party.
So then with the 400, that how much it'll be?
1,350 from the party fund.
Alrighty then that it will be picked up one day before that the week is over.
Cool.
And
What's this armor?
basically that the armor, whenever that you are attacked, that the armor will deal essentially a 1d6 damage to anybody that attacks you.
Okay, armor have a name?
Thornmail.
That was it.
All right, and anything else that I would like to basically, that we have wands, staves, and then that we are still currently working on. Ooh, I just have found this in that a fellow by the name of Cornix had basically brought this in. It is only for about 3,000 gold, but that this ring boosts fire magic. If you know anyone that is specialty in it.
That is maybe for down the line.
And then that we also got a few hats of disguises coming in. And then we got a cloak of the common folk. And then that we have that we also have the farmer's pitchfork.
Wait, what does that one do?
Oh, that this is a common that this is a mere just basically a +1 pitchfork.
Huh. Do you got anything that like amplifies a person's voice?
Are you talking as in like the spell thaumaturgy?
No, more like if someone is like a singer, it would amplify what they're
Oh,
saying.
that you mean like a megaphone?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a common item.
or a horn.
Well, yes, of course that we have that let me see here. That I have this magic mouth of microphone.
What exactly does that do?
And whenever that she speaks into it, that it basically like reverberates the whole store, as in like it is loud. That it has settings from basically world shaking, realm shattering, small room, jazz lounge, druid circle, and basically world domination. Oh, just that last part is just a joke.
All right, do you think you could use a megaphone?
Sorry. Sorry.
I can't hear. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Try it again. What was it?
Could you use a megaphone, Ari?
I'm going to say come to the Elderberry Company restaurant. The food is super delicious. In the street. I won't leave the shop, though.
It's loud enough, and then that people are like, restaurant, and then that, but I mean, not benevolence. It's like that'd be just 500 gold for just this simple item. Well, it's a magical item, but it's a simple magic item.
Does it seem worth it to you, Ari?
I have 50 gold. So.
I mean, that I could go down a little bit lower, since then that you all did kind of save the town a bit.
Well, how about how much party gold do we have left? Nothing.
1767.
How about you get first dibs on all the magic items we find when we do find a good bit? If you want to try to buy them for your shop, and you knock it down to 300.
Give me your persuasion check. You know what, Shattershaft? You have yourself a deal.
Or shake their hand.
All right, she accepts it, and then that way, then that basically, then that I would see about getting y'all a little cutback too, from just any of the magic items as well. Oh my! I am so sorry that my voice just keeps on changing. Oh, it's just all of the magic effects that I've been going through.
It's fine. I find my accent wandering from time to time as well.
I mean that just as long as it just as long as it just doesn't go just that deep uno that deep uno neblian that just sound a little bit like this. It is okay.
Anyway, I think that was some pretty good purchases, and I think that we will be back to do some business again later.
Alrighty then. Thank you, Hogpaw, and thank you, TumTums, and thank you, Ari. Meanwhile, back at the garden. So what is Setaj doing?
Just tidying up, pruning plants, checking out, see if there's anything rare, putting seeds for a special plant somewhere in there.
And then you basically just see just like that a man comes up and just like, oh, that they got a new gardener. That the name is Darren Crumb. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I mean, sure, I'm a gardener.
Is
That's
that
the way to
hog
put it.
paw around? Is hog paw around? And then that
Hoggpaw is somewhere.
oh, okay then you just see just like that this giant like leopard black panther thing. It has three tails. Give me a nature check.
Ironically, not good at nature. Ironically, not good at nature. The druid doesn't know shit. I'll just get skilled next time.
Oh, well then that you don't know what it is. That you just think that this is just that a panther with just three tails. And then he's just like so that that you heard that the Elderberry Dragon Company that they defeated Raynor.
Sure, that's what this newspaper says. This newfangled newspaper I got right here, and I take out the crumpled newspaper out of my coat and like show it. It's like, yeah, it says
Yes.
right here.
Oh yes, that was a very good article piece about them.
Yeah,
So,
it's very nice paper. Very good for. I thought 2 gold was a bit much, especially since I don't really have that much gold.
I mean that to
But
be
this is some nice parchment.
2 gold. I mean because that we had I mean that that the whole like Villarara that we had basically abolished that the use of just bronze and silver, and we just made it all just a standardized currency because bronze and silver it was just too much conversion rates. It's just kind of like the metric system versus the old monarchy system. We just don't use it anymore.
Ah, yes. So what you looking for Boss Hog for?
Just
Yeah,
wanted to
business.
basically just do just some checking in, just a friendly neighbor.
Insight check.
Go ahead, insight this.
I incited the fuck out.
Oh crap. I need a. What is the command for whisper?
Oh, let me see.
Could just send it through Discord.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just open up my Discord.
Just do it
Okay,
as a
then.
private message on Discord.
Sure. That'll work. Okay. So as that you are like looking at them with just that check, that you kind of see that that there is something else afoot, and then that now that you kind of pick up as that that he's basically just kind of like observing everything.
Observing, kind of like looking around at the.
Pretty much, but not up in like a menacing way, but kind of just like a inspectory way.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. So then he's just like, I was just wanting to just check in, just see how in the world that, that my
Yeah, well,
team is
they're
doing.
not here. They'll be back later.
Okay, good deal, good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then that, with that, then he basically, because of your role, you just see him just whisper something to the panther-like creature, and then that you, and then that can, and then that you, and then that you just swore that you just heard like another voice that go like, "Ooh, interesting."
So they're not speaking in a different language or anything.
No, that this is common.
Okay, so they're speaking in common. Is there any way I could pick up what they were whispering?
With that roll, I would say sure. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's better than I thought it would be.
Okay, then that the only part that you had cut off is that you had only got the last part, which is all right. And then with that, then he just walks off with just the groceries up in the saddlebags of the panther. So what is the rest of the party doing?
I scowl at that person go away.
All right.
I guess we're gonna come back, huh?
Yeah, I would say I would just say about this time that you all kind of come back.
You had someone poking around here, and I give him a description of the person and the panther.
Mm-hmm. That you all know this person as as just like Darren Crumb, that the human that he is basically that he's basically that the retired veteran archer that who had used to work with Falor Death.
Sorry, we had to go check on the boy. What's going on?
Oh, that it's fine. So restart the scene, Chris, if you don't mind.
Okay. It sounds. God, I'm old. So yeah, you all had someone poking around here. They asked me a couple of questions. They thought I was the gardener, which I guess is somewhat true.
What do you mean poking around?
Well, they asked me where Boss Man Hog was, and was like, you're the gardener. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I give a description. And he wasn't forthcoming with a lot of his, like, it seems he was hiding something, and he said something to a panther-like person or creature about a cardinal and some dragon mark warrior, and yeah.
Did this person say who they were?
Did they say who they were?
Yes, that they said that his name was Darren Crumb. He introduced himself.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm bad with names. Yes, some Darren Crumb.
You all know this guy as basically that the guy that was with the groceries whenever y'all were on your way to Dulasol for it the first time, and then that he had the three-tailed panther that he was seemingly talking to.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh,
that guy. that guy. Yeah.
Is
What
he a
did he
friend
want?
here? He was kind of sketchy. He wanted to talk to Boss Hog.
He's
He's weird.
I wouldn't say friend. I don't think know him after like meeting him once.
Yeah, like
The
we were rolling up out of town, and then he just started giving us a whole lot of info.
Interesting. Well, he was sketchy. At least he was sketchy in my book. Like, I don't trust him.
Duly noted.
And then with that,
Want us to find him, or was he?
sorry, go on.
Did he want us to find him, or was he gonna come back? Or
Setaj?
I guess he said he was going to come back. I just kind of gave him the stink eye as he left. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to speak on your behalf in terms of what y'all are doing here, but I don't know. I got a bad vibe from him. Also, I was kind of planting something at the time, and like he kind of walked up on that.
huh?
Interesting. And then I guess that with that we will basically end for tonight. And then I just wanted to say, woo, welcome back to the Revenge of Stefan Kracus on Thursdays. That was exciting. And thank you, Topher and or Chris for just joining the game. Woo, we got
Yeah,
us
it's
a
fun
new
to be
friend.
back.
I'm looking forward to this party dynamic once we get Moose back to play Fizzle, because this is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
goober wrangling again.
Oh,
yeah.
lots
And then
of
with
magic in
that,
this.
then I would just basically let Miro close us out.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Next week, we will pick back up with Holy Winds on Monday and another game of Stefan Kracus on Thursday. Sometime here in the near future, we're working it out for our summer charity game. I believe that it's going to be a live play steampunk game. Are you still okay with that, Zeta?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Like the co-DM sort of deal.
Yeah,
like,
the violet ribbon that we've been talking about for a while and dropping like coming soons for.
God, yeah, I'm ready for that.
So that'll be sometime. Can't give an exact date on that because at least for me, and I know for Nate, that we're about to head into LEAP standardized testing and into the school year, which is always kind of up in the air. And then Frey and I will be moving sometime this summer. So like tentatively, I think we're looking at June maybe, but that's it for games that I know of so far that we're going to be live streaming and our normally scheduled games. And I will hand it over to Frey to close us out and do our social.
Sorry, tired. I'm glad anyone who joined us tonight or watches this later on YouTube, where you can find us at Team Bonus Action as well as here on Twitch, obviously. We're also on Facebook, which I need to be more active on. And we are on Twitter at bonus_team. Please give us a follow. We will most likely follow back. And we have Ninjaspence, who is also on Ninjaspence 21. Is it on Twitter?
On Twitter, Twitch, and then that the current project I got coming up is a Monster of the Week series that I will be running for the first time up in mid-April. So be ready for that. The Entity Killer Tales.
He's got an awesome trailer for that. And Nathan has his Instagram, which is Nate Paints Minis, correct?
Nate Paints Warhammer. Yeah.
I always get it wrong. Nate Paints Warhammer.
No big deal. No big deal. Just follow me on there or whatever. I got about 300 followers. This is no big deal. It's just a little thing I do. Hopefully I'll start streaming what I paint soon. I'm getting better at it, so I'll start putting it on stream.
His meanies are pretty good. I'm pretty sure you have more followers than we have on Twitter. And Chris is the Greyflower on Twitch and Twitter, correct?
Yes, and on Instagram, although I don't post as much on Instagram as I need to.
We don't have an Instagram page, I don't think. Or we do, and I don't use it. I don't remember.
Let's see, Nate, get me a link, and then if you could just show a little recycled video of you painting or just showing off one of your minis, I can put it in as a bump like I do for Chris's, because right now, whenever a YouTube video plays, when we do our normal break in the middle or at the end for shorter videos, the first bump to play is actually the Greyflower, which I think came out pretty good.
Okay.
I liked it.
Oh, that can all be discussed off stream. But we appreciate everyone being here tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Glad to be back for season 2 of Stef on Kracus. And since Nox is not here, we'll ask y'all, don't let your meatloaf. Good night.